We go over to X.
Can you refresh it, Sammy?
And first up, we've got Tottenham forward Richarlison on TikTok, and someone responds to his post saying, "Rishi, we are 15th, please." And he says, "Don't worry, bro, I play now."
Come on, Rishi, that's the confidence we need. Big up. Maybe he can turn our fortunes around, Rishi. He's probably going to back himself to do it.
Let's hope so, man. Let's hope so, because we know a fit Richarlison can put the ball in the back of the net. We've seen it since he's joined the club.
Yeah,
well, definitely last season anyway.
Under Ange, I think that's fair to say. Under Ange, when he's been fit, I think his probably goals to game ratio is probably really good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is for sure, but I bet you it's not a pretty good ratio. So let's hope he can stay fit. Let's hope he can provide an option for us. And we're going to need him.
Yeah. WhoScored.com says Ben Davies made a total of 17 clearances for Tottenham against Hoffenheim last night, more than any player managed in a single Europa League game match this season.
Shows how good he was and how much concentration he had as well to get those 7. That's a lot of clearances, but also shows how much we were under that caution in that second half as well, because the amount of times he had to clear that ball was obviously multiple, and he was doing it with his head, with his feet. He was doing a phenomenal job. But fair play to Benny. Come in, and Sunday was difficult, but we need more performances like that going forward.
And Who Scored Again says no player won possession more times than Rodrigo Bentancur in matchday 7 in the Europa League, which was 13.
Yeah, it just goes to show the effort we put in, and it was monstrous. And I thought Bentancur, again, another player coming back into the team and really stepping up.
Talking THFC, look at this video. Look how much it means to them. This is Sonny, Richarlison, and Maddison right at the end of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Europa League game where before, maybe even like 5 years ago, we probably wouldn't have been wanted to be in this competition. But you can see how much this means to us right now, and how much this competition means to us. And let's hope we have this kind of mentality moving forward. And I like that, like Maddison, Sonny, encouraging, leading. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's off the back of after the Everton game, everyone's saying we lack leadership and there's no leadership.
Oh, we need more from our senior players.
And
that's
we
what
need more.
saying.
Yeah, and I think they did step up yesterday off the back of a lot of criticism against Everton. And rightly so, rightly so, the criticism came. But you can see they're pretty much like managers on the sideline there.
Yeah, and it's good to see.
Puberty Sport says Son Heung-min this season, 10 goals, 7 assists. He's at the double, silencing the critics. And he seems to be doing that celebration every time
he likes shushing it. A lot of people were suggesting he's shushing the Tottenham fans after the criticism, but I don't know if he was doing that.
I think it's not just Tottenham fans criticising him. I just think in general people are criticising him.
Was he at the Tottenham fan? Was he at the Tottenham end when he scored that
I'm not
goal?
sure. I can't tell you. When he did it at the Emirates, he wasn't. I
know. I'm talking about the Hoffenheim one. I can't. Because obviously that video was circulating, wasn't it, after Everton, where people suggesting that people were calling him a wanker and stuff like that. And then now I saw some tweets suggesting was he shushing those Tottenham fans who were calling him wanker. I think maybe people are being 2 and 2 together and getting 5. But yeah, there was some of those suggestions.
I genuinely don't think though that the fans were even doing that to him. I think it was just a collective thing.
Yeah, I agree. But there's obviously if you
and I think he would know that.
If you watch those videos, you can clearly put that narrative together.
Yeah, because it was just zoomed in on him.
Yeah. But I'm saying if you watch that video and then you watch him celebrating the shushing, you can put those things together saying, is he shushing a Tottenham fan?
But I don't think so. I think he's just silencing the critics, whether it's Spurs fans, whether it's fans outside of Tottenham.
Or just the crowd.
He's just got a lot of critics. The PFA tweeted out saying a brace and an unbelievable milestone on a special night for Sonny. So he goes into the top 10 all-time appearance list for Tottenham Hotspur.
Wow, incredible.
So what is it? Top assists now for Tottenham Hotspur. He's in the top 10 for goals, and now he's in the top 10 for appearances.
Incredible. What a legend.
I was looking at the numbers for appearances, Steve Perryman, is at the top with like 800.
How did he get so many?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't understand how we got to that many.
It's nuts. I don't know how he got that much.
Madness.
They weren't even playing as many games back then, were they?
It's crazy. And Abby says he's unreal, this angle of Sonny's goal.
Yeah, tight angle, done very well. He's done very well.
It's not even the finish that's so Sonny, it's that shift out to the left as well.
Bounce, get the space, and there you go.
Data Ref says Bentancur made 14 recoveries, won 3 out of his 4 duels, and didn't commit any fouls in Tottenham's 3-2 win over Hoffenheim. I mean, it's very rare that Bentancur goes for a game without committing a foul.
Yeah, maybe he's more disciplined in this game. That's good.
We needed that.
That's also something that he has over Basuma. It's just a bit more disciplined.
Yeah. Ayudi says, I really love when we win.
I think we all do.
What is Bergvall doing? He's like going in, like, this is a proper like steamy moment here. What is going on?
Just a little peck on the cheek. You know, we all get a bit home to when we win a game of football. Sonny, I'm not sure, was that into it.
You need like the Titanic music in the background.
Start of a love story. Oh, God.
Opta June says 29. Song Heung-min has scored 29 goals in major European competitions, more than double the next highest Asian scorer, which is Kamada with 14. Untouchable.
Wow, incredible. And yeah, he's got a great record in Europa League, Sonny. But
It's too easy for him.
yeah, exactly. He needs to in the Champions League. Big up, Sonny.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at the Europa League, right, he's probably the most player in the Europa League. Probably him and Nico Williams that deserve to be in that Champions League.
And Osimhen.
Huh? And Osimhen, yeah.
Yeah.
Mari 7 being captain off the field, which we've been
Yeah, we
through.
saw that one, yeah.
Next
Oh,
up
we
is
saw
the
that one as
same. After this,
We're just going to keep reacting to that video over and over again.
Son_way. It's in Korean. It says, if it were me, I'd always carry the player who saved my life right before I got my neck cut off and make sure I got home safely. And yeah, Sonny going up to Ange, making sure he knows
Lovely
he's coming
moment.
off, tapping him on the back and getting that hug.
So I was like, Sonny, need to give you a big hug. You just saved us. Big up. But Ange is concentrating on getting some instructions over. Who's he talking to? He's talking to one of the assistants.
Matt Wells, I think.
Is it Matt Wells? Brilliant. But yeah, like the good moment there. And I'm sure Ange must have thanked him a lot, because if it wasn't for that goal, yeah, I don't think we win that game.
Yeah, 100%. White Hart Liz saying the last men standing, Warriors together.
Literally.
They most definitely were Warriors. No,
And
it's
even
just
those-
up,
Up one.
up. Warriors together. And these were literally the last men standing.
And even them, yeah, he's Dragashin's being patched up, like they're all like just cobbled together. Like Davies and Bentancur just making returns.
And two 18-year-olds.
Two 18-year-olds and Austin making his first ever European appearance. Like ragtag bunch, but we just got there. We got there in the end.
Yeah. This is a really nice one. Next, Rising Ballers. This is so wholesome, man. 17-year-old Callum Olasesi was subbed on for his Tottenham senior debut tonight in the Europa League. He came on and shared the pitch with 17-year-old Mikey Moore, his childhood best friend. They have come through the Tottenham ranks since under 6 level, worked their way up to club and country, and now they're playing together for the first team. Wow.
What a
That
great
is such
story.
a nice story.
Fantastic. And let's see if Olasesi can stick around. Because he looked quite bright. I wonder if we'll get any more opportunities over the coming weeks. Now he's played once, but we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, he looked all right. He looked all right in his. He looked like there was one moment it just stuck out to me. He didn't do anything special, but he got the ball in the final third, and I think most players his age and like kind of looking to impress, he got the ball in the edge of the box, and I thought he was definitely going to like go for goal, or he's going to take someone on, like, because he's like, you know, young and excited, but he didn't. He actually waited for the player to come and then just passed it around him, and we kind of created an opening for him. I was like, okay, this guy's a bit of like temperament about him potentially. Obviously it's just one moment, but it kind of stood out to me a bit.
And you know what? Like at 17, yeah, Olasesi finishing the game with two 18-year-olds and two 17-year-olds out of an 11 men on the pitch, right? Olasesi, I was watching his interview after the game. He said at the beginning of the week he played for the under-18s.
And a 19-year-old on top of that, with Lancashire as well.
And Lancashire, yeah, that's true as well.
5.
Lancashire as well. So Olasesi started the week playing for the under-18s, ending the week playing for the seniors.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, what a jump can it be, like playing for the 18s and the seniors.
That's what Moore
in the
did, didn't
space
he?
of a
He
week.
never played for under-21s.
Yeah, I mean, Olasesi has played for the under-21s this season. He's doing like a mix and match job throughout the season, and for him to get his debut at the age of 17, when there's not been that much talk about him. I mean, people have spoken about him, and we know that, you know, he's a good player coming through the ranks, and he's been training with the first team for a while now, but no one's talking about him in anywhere near the same light as like what people were talking about Moore with.
Yeah, and let's just hope it keeps going from strength to strength. But a great story. Imagine those two being on the pitch together at a moment, getting the win as well for Spurs.
And Moore getting the assist as well.
And Moore getting the assist. It must have been a brilliant moment for those two players, because, you know, imagine your best mate going through all of that together. Brilliant.
S_on_HM7. Look at this. Look at the celebration was to the away end. Look, the goal scores here. Great angle, by the way.
Shushing,
And then
yeah, he is shushing.
And then
So maybe he is shushing the Tottenham
Son
fans.
comes over to the Spurs fans. And
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's looking directly at he literally looks at the Tottenham fans and puts the finger there.
None of that either. None of that.
Yeah, well, he did. I think he did do that, didn't he? Well, maybe he didn't immediately, but I thought I saw a picture of it. But yeah, maybe there is maybe he is suggestions that he is shushing the critics at the moment. But look, I mean, I don't think it's as much as I appreciate. He scored 2 goals yesterday. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not one to bash him, but reality is, I don't think you should be shushing anyone when we're still 15th. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like what we shushing? I know we're doing well in Europa League. I'm the most person who thinks we can turn it around, but I think it's more. It's not to do with the team. That's why I think it can't be shushing the fans because criticism because you're still 15th. You can't really shush anyone yet.
It's not to do with the team. It's just to do maybe with the narrative that is washed and all this kind of stuff.
Maybe it's getting to him a bit potentially.
The away fans Twitter put out this Tottenham fan collected all these cups at Hoffenheim away tonight as the club pay back a deposit for every cup returned. A nice little earner, good on him. Would that be you or at the end of an away game?
I'll be way too gone to do that. No chance. I'll probably collect all the cups in and fall asleep or something. I don't think I'll even get to getting the money. No chance. But fair play to him. Help cleaning up and getting a bit of money from it. Fair play. I wonder how much they get from each cup.
Be interesting. David Edwards says, at WeAreTottenhamTV, nice to see you guys smiling tonight. Sorry to hear about your grandfather and wish him better times and to feel better. Hope the victory cheered him.
Yeah, he was definitely a lot happy. I mean, I don't think watching Tottenham last night did much for his health, but he was definitely happy with the victory, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you all for your great messages and kind words. Mari7 saying he did it again, and this is a close-up of him going over to the fans and shushing them. Just a quick little glimpse up to the fans, finger to his lips, and then just walks away.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that angle, it does. Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to come to that conclusion. But yeah, nice Decky, Maddison coming over. There you go, everyone's delighted.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Next up is Mikey Moore on X says, congrats, brother. Something we've dreamed of and spoken about for years, playing together for this club. Proud of you, mate.
Yeah,
and that is in reply to Tottenham saying proud moment for Callum Olusesi.
Yeah, really great. Such a great story as well.
And Callum himself says, dreams come true. Hopefully the first of many. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, and that's also what you get when you get these academy players coming through and making their they really get what being a Tottenham player is all about. They're fans as well, and that's obviously the best thing is when you got academy players playing for your football team and they're good enough to play. That's like the perfect formula, and hopefully we can really get a crop of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Lily White Rose, this is from Sonny's Instagram, and it says, the senior players are taking ownership and the young lads are handling big responsibility.
That's definitely what happened yesterday, that's for sure. Obviously, got to try and do as much as possible right now, but yeah. Yeah,
I would say yesterday's a very good case of it, but I mean, it hasn't been that case throughout this whole period, has it?
No, clearly hasn't. I mean, I still believe they're trying. They are trying their best. But sometimes, psychologically, when we've got all these problems and you're playing every 3 days, sometimes it can get to you a bit. And maybe that's been happening. But I don't think it's like a physical thing. They're not running or anything like that. I just think psychologically, something's not right with the team for sure. But hopefully yesterday can be a step in the right direction.
Lucas Bergvall posted important 3 points in Europe. Now we prepare for Leicester at home on Sunday. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, and he's going to have to play again. He's going to have to, I think. I can't think of how he gets rested. Yeah, he's going to have to play again.
Lily White Rose says back-to-back assists for Mikey Moore. Obviously come on in the Everton game, got an assist. Come on yesterday, got an assist. And I said to you, Sim, did I not say to you at the beginning of the season, Mikey Moore by the end of this season will be above Timo Werner in the pecking order, and I think it's going that way.
I mean, it probably is already that way, but especially with Werner injured at the moment. But to be fair for Mikey, you got to take into account as well. Obviously, before his injury, he was on quite good form, wasn't he? He played well against RZ. I can't remember. I mean, Ferencváros started really
done
early
it in the
season.
Premier League yet, and he's done it in the Premier League now against Everton.
Yeah, he only had one game, didn't he, against Palace? That was his only Premier game.
He's come on though, hasn't he?
I'm saying, and that wasn't Palace's first Prem game.
Did he not come on before that?
I'm trying to remember now. He came on against Man United, did quite well. I remember nearly scored against Man United.
Yeah.
Apparently he's played 11 games this season, which is quite a lot for a 17-year-old.
So, I don't know. I can't tell you the minutes that he's had, but he's come on against Brentford. He's come on against Manchester United. He's come on against Brighton. He's come on against, he started against Palace, come on against Man City in the Cup, and Everton. Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of like the form he's on, in terms of the last like few appearances, it's actually really good. And obviously back-to-back assists for a 17-year-old at this level is impressive, whoever you are. 100%, that's impressive. You know, you can't take that, you can't underestimate that, in my opinion.
And you know what? Everyone was saying in the comments at the back end of last season, Ben, you're so in love with Mikey Moore. You love this guy, you love this guy, you love this guy. And I think now, and well, not just now, but for what he's shown this season, I think everyone can see why. This guy is a top
don't get me wrong, he's a top talent, but he's still 17. Let's just, I'm not saying he's not going to be an amazing, but
generational people get excited.
Well, he well might be, he well could be, and he's looking brilliant. I'm just saying you don't want to put too much pressure on him right now to perform and like be our main winger.
Yeah. Bleacher Report, Son's goals, 10 goals, 7 assists. Look at this training, look at this post-match selfie from James Maddison. James Maddison sticking together in adversity, proud of the team tonight. And
that was our whole team yesterday.
Yeah, it's worrying that there's more coaching staff in there than players.
They were close to getting their boots somewhere there, I think. Usually when you had those dressing room selfies, it's like the whole squad and it's like a big full thing. And here's like one player's on the table and he's like, he has to recover. They're still recovering. And like, there's like 3 players there. It's like we're just cobbling everyone together at the moment.
And Tottenham tweeted out the Sonny appearance thing, saying he's moved up to 10th in the all-time list.
Yeah,
and look at that, what I was talking about before. Steve Perryman, 854. And such a gap to Gary Mabbott, who's on 611.
So where do we think Sonny... I think Sonny can get into that top 5, no?
I think by the end of this season, he'll be in the top 6, for sure.
So we're going to have at least another, 20 games? So 16 in the league. And then Europa League at least another two. Well, 3 potential, at least another 3 guaranteed.
At least number 3, yeah.
3, and then at least one in Carabao, at least one in FA Cup. So that's 5. So at least that's a minimum of 21 games we've got left. So let's say he plays like 18 of them, which he might play all of them, but so let's say he plays 18.
Depends how long he stays for. If he stays for one more season, I don't know if will he get into that top 5? Can he get over Glenn Hoddle?
So definitely 8. How many is away from Hoddle? So he's 54. No, 64? 54. He's 54 away from Hoddle. Yeah.
With no European football next year.
If he's here next season, if he's 54 away now, and he plays like another 20 this season, right, then he'll be 34 away. So he'll definitely get that next season.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Barring any injuries.
Yeah, barring any. So top 5, and then all of a sudden... top 4, I think, as well. That's another 16 games. So if he's what?
Yeah, he can't get into the top 3, but top 4 is achievable.
Yeah, top 4. Yeah, I think third Pat Jennings probably going to be a step too far, but I think he probably ends his career in 4th, I reckon.
Return of the Shelf says it's mad that we moan about the lack of tactical improvements, but what the fuck are they supposed to do? Ange can't train this lot. They are just recovering or playing. It's whiteboard work and ice bath. That's it. Now they head straight back to the plane to get recovery at Hotspur Way tomorrow. Then pre-game routine starts Saturday, and they go again.
Yeah, I think that is a good point, because like, how are they supposed to, like, everyone like bemoans? I know, and what I'm going to say probably hurts Ange's case for why he changed to a back 3 on Sunday against Everton. But how do we expect them to like train and plan for like different tactical things and stuff like that in the situation that we are in? It's very, very difficult.
Yeah, it is true. I'm not going to.
But then why
it's
change
true.
it? I guess.
I mean that definitely goes against him. The why he went 3 at the back, and it showed. It looked like everyone was lost at sea. Nobody knew their roles. Nobody knew what they were doing. So 100%, but I do agree with what Return of the Shelf is saying here. It's very hard to manoeuvre this situation when it's just the same players playing every 3 days. It's just...
But you can't even get them on the training pitch to kind of plan, like, implement these changes.
That alone, 100%, is very tough for Ange. But we've had this conversation over a number of times that I do think Ange does have his hand in why we're in this situation to a certain extent, but it's not just his fault. But I do think, just this tweet alone and just this situation alone, I do agree and have sympathy. Spurs pictures that go hard. That's Sonny shushing the crowd again.
Great account, Spurs pictures that go hard. Big fan.
Henry Winter says Spurs really put their fans' emotions through the ringer. Nerves fraying as games ending. but they hung in there, got the win, quietened some of the noise around Postecoglou, restored some confidence. Maddison excellent, Bentancur, Gray, Bergvall, all good.
Yeah, they did until the next game, that's for sure. And if we don't win on Sunday, the noise will start again. But at least it's a few days of quiet and calm, which we're not used to.
Calm before the storm, as they say.
Yeah, everyone's not losing themselves for the next couple of days, which is nice.
Mari, Lucas.
There's no Ange or Ange outpolls for the next few days.
Not for the next few days. Oh, you never know. You never know what half time brings in the Leicester game. Mari says, Lucas, my captain is the best. Yes, I love Lucas Bergvall, man. Game by game, I'm just falling more in love with him.
Yeah, he's really growing into this team, and he's such a talent. The way he's performing is really, really brilliant. It's so brilliant. I think he's that element to the game where of that off the ball element is so important, because that kind of keeps you. That kind of means the manager can rely on you. It's all well and good playing in that position and doing a few fancy tricks and things like that, but unless you can put in the grit and the graft, the manager can't trust you to start games. And he's really doing that to a good level. And this guy is just a star in the making. He really is.
And this time last year, he was playing in the Swedish league. He'd never played in a kind of at this kind of level ever, and the likes of Barcelona were interested off the back of that. We were interested. We ended up getting him, and look, he took a little while to properly bed into the side, with injuries as well, hampered his progress a little bit in the early stage of the season. But since he's got into the team, there's been no looking back.
I think it just took him some time to adjust, but he looks like he's fully adjusted now. It's just brilliant.
But I reckon he would have adjusted quicker if it wasn't for the injuries that he got, because it was very stop-start.
Yeah, potentially as well. But yeah, that's probably also true.
StatMuse says Sonny in the Europa League, 14 goals and assists in 14 starts.
Brilliant. Can't stop him in the Europa League.
Yeah, the Europa League Messi. Jack Pickbrook says, good win for Spurs. Bit of a reminder how much they've missed Richarlison this season. Imagine if he'd been able to rotate with Solanke and Son all season. Good player.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's really hampered us in a certain way. Because even in the little kind of, we saw it literally for like a week. We were able to rest Solanke and play Richarlison Europa League, and then we played Solanke on the weekend, and Richarlison came on, and it really helped us massively. I think Richarlison came on and got an assist. Solanke scored a couple. Richarlison scored in the Europa League. For a week, we had a week of okay, this is what it could be, and that's all we had. And then it's kind of either been one or the other fit. Unfortunately, that's just been the case. But a few times been neither of them fit. But it's hopefully for the last, if we can have them both fit by the time the Europa League comes back in March, if we're in that top 8, that'll really benefit us, I think.
Spurs Web saying Son Heung-min's double tonight means he has scored 10 or more goals across all competitions in each of the last 9 seasons, becoming the only Premier League player to have done so in each campaign since the 16-17 season.
Wow, incredible. I mean, I don't know how many players have been in the Premier League.
Probably not many.
De Bruyne, I can think off the top of my head. You got.
When did Salah join?
Salah joined the season after that. So not even Salah's been there all that time. Yeah, probably not loads, because a lot of teams have got. I mean, Vardy maybe would have done it, but he's obviously been relegated that one season. Yeah, so still unbelievable. It's a testament to his longevity.
Yeah, absolutely. DXN THFC says wowzers, and this was some great link-up play between Decky and Bergvall
Swedish
last
linkage.
night.
The Swedish.
They link up really well together, don't they?
Yeah, I think they got a good relationship on the pitch. I think the more they're playing together,
and I think it all stems from their relationship off the pitch as well.
You can see they're, Decky's really like a big brother to him, which is great.
StatMuse says Maddison goals and assists, 14 this season, 13 the whole of last season.
Wow. I mean, obviously a lot more games. Apparently, we've almost played as many games this season already as the whole of last season.
Not surprising. It's not surprising.
But it's pretty mad, isn't it?
It is mad, but we went out of the Carabao Cup in the second round last season. We went out the FA Cup, in the fourth round last season?
Fourth round. But beat Burnley and then lost to City, didn't we?
Yeah, fourth round. So, what was it? How many games did we play?
40.
We played 39, 40.
42, 41.
41 games last season.
Yeah, that's it.
Last season was probably a record low in terms of how many games we played.
That was one more season, because I remember that season, and we went out to Grimsby, and then we went out to Leicester under Martin Yole. That was a record low, 40 games. I think that's the lowest you can have.
Yeah. And last season was
41.
One game above that.
Yeah, 41.
Yeah.
So in this season, I think we've already got 34 games. So we're 7 games away 7 games away from last season's total. So we'll beat that by before February, which is it just goes to show the level of strain that's on the squad compared to last season.
Yeah. Joel Kim said, I was cracking up at this.
This is brilliant, yeah.
I was cracking up at this, saying bro thought the ref was going to shake his hand after calling off the penalty and rescinded his yellow card. Literally, he's going to pick up the ball, the referee, from Brandon Austin, and Brandon puts out his hand like, go to shake.
It's fantastic. Brandon had no idea. Maybe also because he just barely played, doesn't know how these things work. He's like, okay, handshake, yeah, okay, got it. Oh shit, he wants the ball. Okay, fair play.
Ben Davies' games by numbers yesterday. 58 out of 62 passes completed, 1 chance created, 4 out of 7 accurate long balls, 2 blocks, 16 clearances, 6 headed clearances, 4 ball recoveries, 1 out of 2 ground duels won, and 3 out of 3 aerial duels won. Brilliant performance.
Yeah, I think really important that he comes back into the team and really did really well, Ben Davies. So really happy for him. And we're going to need him in the next... over the next few games, because we've got some big games coming up, and he's probably going to have to play all of them, to be honest. I mean, until Romero comes back.
All right, and that is how X did react to the game yesterday, and there's just been